Hello and good afternoon. I'm here at Ford Field with a few cheerleaders. I have Diane and Allison. Diane, a lot of people don't know about the sport of being a cheerleader. Now, can you take us through a little bit of what you guys go through to get prepared for a game?
Yes. So a lot of us have major dance backgrounds. So a lot of us trained when we were younger, heavily in dance. There are some girls that were cheerleaders that have converted into dancers. So on game days and even leading up with practices, we are always working out and working out together as a team. We are practicing our dance technique and making sure that we always look strong and powerful, because when you put the palms on the field and the group together, we have to look powerful and in unison. So it takes a lot of practice. So game days, we come here at 7 a.m. We are practicing on the field right away, and then we're getting ready, hair, makeup, and uniforms, and then we're out communicating with a lot of the fans and just having a good time right before the game. Then we perform throughout the entire game, and that's pretty much it for a game.
Now, a lot of people I've heard say, well, what do they eat? And I was like, I don't know, I couldn't tell you. So, what does a diet look like for a cheerleader? Is there something strict you have to follow?
So there's a lot of myths about a cheerleader diet, and we always tell our fellow cheerleaders that you just have to know your body, and once you cheerlead and do other sports, you definitely learn that as it goes along. But there's a lot of myths saying cut out the carbs, cut out the fats, cut out all of those, but really carbs is what is going to give us energy. So those simple carbs are going to spike our blood sugar right before we perform, and then those complex carbs are going to help us lead up to the game and sustain our energy throughout the game.
How many calories would you say estimated you burn a game?
Burn a game?
Or in
Yeah.
general?
Well, we all have Apple Watches, and so we kind of track it a little bit. And practices go anywhere from 2 to 3 hours, and I would say we burn about 1,000 calories per practice. And then games are longer, so I assuming that it'd probably be up to 2,000 calories. So that's like a meal's worth, or a whole day's worth of calories.
A little bit more than I was expecting, and probably something I probably won't want to get into anytime soon. What does a practice consist of? I mean, high jumps. I don't know if I know what I'm talking about. Stretches. I mean, is there weights involved?
Yeah, so we actually do a lot of more of our weight conditioning at home on our own, but when we come to the field or we come to practices, we are more working on warming up a little bit more and working more on our technique for our performances. So it's more of just working on the performance aspect and the unison as a team. So all of the more strength workouts are more for home, and then here we just try to come together as a team so we don't look like individuals out there.
How long have you guys been together as a team? Because you said you were here for 6 years. This is your sixth season with the Lions,
Yes.
and then you were here with four and with the Lions. So have you guys been with another team
No.
prior to that?
We have not, but
No,
we have a
yes.
girl. We have one teammate this year who also was a former cheerleader at another NFL team before she moved here.
So how does that work when you find someone that comes from a different team? Is there a little bit of, I don't know, maybe rivalry? Do you accept them? How does that work when someone comes from a different team?
Again, that's kind of another myth. We all really like to feed off each other's energy. So when we have somebody that comes from the same background but a whole different kind of practice, regimen, it's really cool to hear the things that they do, and then we can kind of adapt to that or kind of feed off of it. So it's actually, we like the energy of someone new, and we kind of feed off of that.
You said myth, so I know there's a lot of myths out there that aren't true. When it comes to cheerleading, what is the biggest myth that you've heard that you're just that is not true?
Well, definitely the diet thing. That's the biggest thing. Everybody thinks that we have a strict diet, but honestly, our nutritionist tells us to eat the rainbow. And like Allison said, we just have to eat and maintain what is good for your own body. So once you kind of realize what your body needs, then you're good from there.
I won't tell your coach, but do you guys have a lot of cheat days? Is there something that your go-to? What do you have that you just I'm going to pig out on this?
Well, our coach never shames us for eating our favorite foods, but if I had to pick a favorite food, it would definitely be pizza.
From somewhere specific?
Jets.
Jets is the best.
And your favorite food?
It's definitely pizza. We're like pizza,
Hand in
pizza twins
hand.
over here.
You guys obviously had a season where you didn't have one, and there was the pandemic. So how did that affect you guys? Were you still able to work, or is this is your main job, correct?
No.
No.
Actually.
Oh, okay. So can you elaborate and explain what else you do?
Yeah, so this is mostly a part-time job for all of us. All of us are working women. I personally am a dance instructor and choreographer, so I teach dance in the evenings to kids from young to old. I teach competitive dance and recreational, so I mean, dance is a part of my life, but there's a lot of girls on the team that are actually have amazing careers.
What about you?
I am also a dance educator, but a lot of the girls on the team are engineers. A lot of them are moms. Some of them are work as teachers in the school districts. Like, we have a very wide range of talented women.
So when you say part-time, I mean, you put in quite a bit of hours here between the games and traveling. So how do you find time to balance all of that?
So in the beginning of the season, they kind of give us a run through of like what our schedule would be, so we know kind of what to expect and how to basically set up our schedule. So we actually only practice 2 times a week. So all of our other practices pretty much on our own, and then we come together on game days.
Wow. Well, I learned a lot today. Do you think that if I was to get into cheerleading, I would have the chance and opportunity to be able to do what you guys do?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
They're
it'll
really
take a
saying
lot
no,
of
but.
work,
All right, well, that's going to conclude our little interview. But last but not least, obviously, it's Thanksgiving Day tomorrow. You got to catch the game at 12:30 is kickoff time. But what is most importantly that you are thankful for Thanksgiving?
Right now, I am very thankful for my family and everyone that is around me, and I'm really thankful that I'm here to have this opportunity to be a part of the game on Thanksgiving, because it's, you know, we didn't have that chance last season, so I'm very thankful to be here this year.
I am thankful for all of the amazing 65,000 fans at Ford Field, all the Lions fans.
All right, go Lions. I'm Hanky Q Hazelton reporting from Ford Field. Thank you and have a good night.